Good morning, everybody. We are back. Kerry and Anna here from the Active IQ marketing team, and we are joined this morning by none other than the 2019 champion fitness training competition, Danielle Hall. She is live with us right now. Drum roll, please.
Hi, everyone.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm really, really good.
You.
Pardon?
You.
Oh, I know. I've missed you too. I can't believe it's been a whole year since the competition.
No.
It's just flown by. Has it been like that for you this year?
Yeah, it has gone really, really quickly. It's you know, I mean, it's just almost crazy to think that we've like just come so far. And like you say, like this time last year, you were going through the competition yourself and gearing up for the finals.
Wow, like that just seems like it only seems like yesterday though. It only seems, you know, like it was so crazy, and that time, you know, went by so quickly as well. It just went by in a bit of a flash, really. So it's like, to think that it was a year ago and to think where I am now, it's just incredible.
Yeah. So has it actually sunk in yet? Because last year, and I remember being outside of the hall, and we were going, "You've won! You've won!" And it's like,
you're like, have I?
shock, fear, tears, laughter, joy. Has it? When did it actually sink in?
Do you know what? To be perfectly honest, I don't think it ever did. Well, you know what I was like at the time. I was just, you know, I was so happy to be, to have gotten through the competition and enjoyed it so much, because obviously going into a competition like that, I had no idea what to expect. I'd been told about it, I'd seen videos and things like that, but when I actually got to do it, you know, I was just in the moment the whole time, which is really, really great, because you know, often we're caught up with, you know, what's going to happen in the future and the past, and when I was in this competition, I was just always there right now, experiencing this moment, and it was incredible. So yeah, by the end of the whole competition, and when we were sat at the, you know, the awards ceremony, I was just like, oh, I did it, you know. I was already feeling like a winner, and I had no expectations. I just felt like, you know, I was really, really tired, because obviously I don't think I'd slept at all through the competition, because my mind was just filled with what I was going to do, and you know, every aspect of the competition. It was just so exciting as well, that I just didn't really want to sleep. So yeah, by the end of it all, and you know, winning the competition, I really don't, even now it doesn't feel like it was me that won, but I'm so incredibly grateful for the experience of the competition, because it was life-changing for me. You know, it really helped boost my confidence. It really helped me show me what was expected of me, and it really helped me boost my you know, my self-esteem, really, and what I was doing, and being confident in sharing that with others. So yeah, truly grateful. And yeah, I don't think it'll ever sink in. I just think, you know, what an amazing thing to achieve, just to get to the end of that competition. I think we're all winners. So yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a tough competition.
It is.
You know, it's tough. I mean, you know, I mean, they don't give you, you know, gold or even become a finalist for nothing, is it? You know, so it's hard work. And it made me laugh when you said, you know, that when you get to the awards table and like you were sort of a bit tired. To be fair as well, everyone probably doesn't know this, but they also put you through 2 rigorous training sessions as well that day. I mean, that first one, I mean, Anna and I were actually watching and not participating, but goodness, I was like, wow, I mean, that was intense. And then obviously you did a yoga session, and Ms. did Zumba, and which we joined into. So you had like 3 sessions as well to get through that day. So no wonder you were absolutely, oh, it's done now, we can relax.
Yeah, definitely. It was. I mean, those sessions were awesome. It was supposed to be like this fun day, but it was brutal. Like, you know, Chelsea's session was absolutely brutal. The 30 minutes that she did, I felt like 5 hours. And then obviously Mrs. Zumba was so fun, but obviously really energetic. And then I had to go and do a yoga class, which was incredible. But then I just by the end of it, we had to rush and get ready for the award ceremony, and like a lot of people. It was just so full on. I think that day felt like forever as well, because we're just waiting, you know, to go to the award ceremony. By that time, I was just like, I just on my bed, and
yeah, we had that feeling. We were excited for the awards, but we're like, I'm really tired.
And we were so invested as well. We were like there with you, just like through the whole journey. So we were just like invested and emotionally drained from that as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. And I remember just sitting down with you all, and it was just like, you know, you're all looking at each other going, who is it? You know, who's got it? You know, and even Anna and I going, do you think it could be that person? Do you think it could be that? But we just don't know. Because you were just so good as well. So, you know, I mean, it was a tough competition last year. I mean, you had some really good, you know, competitors, didn't you?
Absolutely. And it was really, really nice. I mean, there was a fair mix of girls and, you know, boys. And it was like, you know, we really got on well, especially as girls. We really connected. It was only like 3-4 days, and it was like this really nice special bond. And it's really funny you say that, because just before the ceremony, we were walking in, and Hannah, one of the other fitness trainers, said to me, Danielle, you're going to win this. And I was like, no, I'm not. Like, you know, she was so sweet. And and she was like, no, I think you're going to win this. And I was like, oh, I love her. Like, what a nice thing to say, you know. But yeah, we were all, I think by the end of it, like, as I say, from my perspective, it really didn't matter who won it, because I felt like we all just were winners. Like, we'd all grown so much in that time. But yeah, I'm absolutely blown away. It still am, as I say, but you know, I took home the gold, and it's a lovely thing to have, you know, just to prove to myself as well that, you know, I was able to do that.
Yeah. Oh, bless you. So how did you celebrate when you went back to Wales? You know, I mean, you took the medal, you took the trophy, you went back to Wales. Of course, we've got to give a bit of a shout out to Keris. I'm sure obviously she's watching, she supported you all the way. There was tears and smiles and everything from Keris as well, which was so lovely. You know, and I actually said to her, I remember being in an interview, and I said, so is the trophy going back to Wales? And she's like, oh, I think it could be. And it's just like, and so it's there, it is in Wales somewhere. So how did you celebrate when you got home?
Oh, I got chills when you just said that, because I just remember that interview. I watched that interview the most, I think, with Keris. She was just so happy, and Keris was an amazing support, absolutely brilliant, you know. And if it wasn't for her, I definitely, you know, she encouraged me to do the competition, and she was there all the way through, helping me, you know, and supporting me and giving that, you know, what I needed, really. So yeah, we just didn't do a lot, really. I slept. So I came home on the Sunday, and I was just like beat. I was just totally whacked. So I just spent the day relaxing and just recovering, really. Apart from that, yeah, there was a little get together with my family and that, and that was it, really. But it was, you know, it was really nice. I was just so over the moon to have gone through that experience. So yeah, that was you know, a celebration enough. But we all had a little get together afterwards, didn't we, in the hotel pub. So that was really nice, just chatting to you all and being able to just relax, you know, and not be so, because I just remember being so, you know, focused, you know. So it was nice to just unwind and just come away from that and just be like, no, it's as I say, it just still hasn't sunk in, really. Every time I think about it, I just feel like it's not really me.
And I can still see that, you know, you are a 2019 champion. It's like, believe it.
I know. I mean, it's not that I don't believe it, it's just that
yeah,
I don't know, it's really hard to put into words. But if I'm going to try and put it into words, it's just like, I feel like I can watch the experience as if it's somebody else. And yeah, it's just like, I'm really, really proud of it. I'm really happy to have received such an amazing, you know, experience. I just feel like, you know, it's one of those things that I'll always remember, and I don't know, it's just incredible. It's hard to put into words. It's really hard to put into words. I couldn't expect how I would feel either. You know, it's all good. I definitely thought about, oh, what if I won and things like that. But I don't think I ever like connected with that feeling. So now it's just like, and every time I think about it, it's like a new, oh my God, I won again. You know, it's never ending. It's really bizarre.
Oh. So do you keep in touch with your other finalists from last year?
Oh yeah, definitely. I still speak, especially the girls, not so much with the boys. I think they just had their head in the game, and and it's really funny because everybody in the competition sort of had somebody that they was in their college with, and I did, but not in the competition. So Miz was in my college, although we weren't in at the same time. James was was studying level 2 below me, who was my client. So it was really nice to have that support, but they weren't in the competition with me. So I think I was the only one there without somebody else competing. So, and this year there's like 4 of them. They've just got through to the final, which is amazing. Like, that's going to be a totally different experience to what I had, because as I say, I was on my own. So I felt like I had Karis to myself, which I suppose was really nice. Helping me and supporting me. So that's going to be a different experience again. And I know it's changed now to AOC Sport, and it's going to be obviously more online. So that's exciting too, because I think that's the way things are going now as well. So yeah, lots of exciting things to look forward to.
I mean, of course, we need to give a bit of shout out to James. We interviewed him the other day as well, and of course, he was your client last year. He's now a 2020 finalist. I mean, good stuff must have rubbed off from the champ, right? I mean,
absolutely. I think that was an incredible experience for James, because he got to experience it firsthand.
Yeah.
He saw everything that went on and what was expected of me. He also got to see it from that perspective before going into it. So I think that's really great. Although now it has changed, it's going to offer up a new experience for him. But yeah, absolutely incredible. His growth has been amazing. And yeah, I'm excited to see what's going to happen for him, because he's done so well since coming out of his qualification for level 3. He's actually started his business, even with everything with COVID, and yeah, he's thriving. So yeah, really, really great to see.
And you also have your own business as well, Mind Body Yogini. So tell us a bit more about how you set that up and what's been happening. And
with Mind Body Yogini, I always thought that I was going to go more with the yoga side of things, but since doing the World Skills Competition, I definitely put it down to that, because I so enjoyed what I did. And I feel like with personal training, and I'm online training at the moment, I'm not actually doing anything one-to-one, well, unless it's online. It really helped me see how much you can help people with with that side of things. So I love the combination. Like, I do yoga, I do everything holistically as well, so I bring in the whole components of fitness, as well as flexibility, emotional side of things, the mental side of things. And it's just been incredible. And especially this past few months, I think August was when I started my Transform program within Mind Body Yogini, and that's just gone from strength to strength, and it's incredible. I'm helping so many people. I've got clients in America, I've got clients in Canada, and just all over the world. And to see how you can provide this service online, and people are actually changing their lives. They're getting healthier, they're losing weight, and they're feeling better. I've had clients and they're diminishing migraines, and they're clearing up eczema, and just so many things have happened in just such a short space of time. And although I wouldn't wish this pandemic on anyone, it really helped me focus in on what I really, really wanted to do. And so I've combined everything. So yeah, I do an online yoga service, so people join in with some live classes with myself, and I also do plant-based health coaching for those looking to eat more of a whole foods plant-based diet. And yeah, I run my online coaching program, Transform, which is a lovely group setting, so everyone can motivate and inspire each other, not just me. And yeah, it's just going so well, really feeling the benefits, and I'm absolutely loving it. I receive messages every day from my clients just saying how much better they feel, and it just makes my day. Like, there's just no feeling like it. So, and I'm really, really grateful, because I feel like World Skills, the competition, really put me in the driving seat to do this, because before that I was just thinking, I don't really know whether I really, really want to do that. And I think that, if I didn't do that competition, I'm not sure where I would be right now.
Okay.
Wow.
So So obviously company's Mind Body Yogini. Shout out to where people can find you, so like on social media and everything.
Yeah, so Mind Body Yogini, Yogini, on Facebook and Instagram. It's just Mind Body Yogini, and all my information's on there. And don't be afraid to give me a message. I'm happy to help. Yeah.
I mean, it's absolutely amazing to hear your journey, you know, and to see you flourish. Because obviously, you know, we do keep a little eye on you on obviously Facebook and, you know, Instagram, you know, so you haven't got rid of us just yet. So, and it's great to see your business flourish and you grow as a person. It's absolutely amazing. And it's great that you give so much credit really back to obviously the AOC team, the competition, like that. I mean, it's fair to say that, you know, actually seeing seeing the competition, you know, is what it is. You know, you've got friends out of it, you know, you've got a business out of it, you've got experience, you know, you've grown as a person. So, I mean, really, I mean, anyone watching this going, oh, should I enter next year? I mean, I think the answer is pretty much yes, isn't it?
100%, because I was one of those people, I was on the fence, you know, it was very, very last minute. The thing was, Keris was the one that sort of got, you know, does all the stuff with the competition. And Keris had just been on maternity leave. So I actually hadn't had Keris as a tutor for personal training, but she'd started coming back in, just, you know, slowly easing her way back into work from her maternity leave. And that's when I got to meet Keris, and I just thought, wow, she's amazing. She helped me so much with my business module, and she really helped me figure out what I wanted to do and where I wanted to go. And so she approached me when I think there was like a week left of being able to apply for the competition, and I'd never even heard of it really. You know, nothing had been said to me about it. So she said, go away and have a think about it. You don't fancy doing it, do you? And I just thought, oh, you know, I've got so much on at the moment. I don't think I can. I was due to start a yoga teacher training as well in the September. And yeah, I had a lot going on at the time. And I thought, I don't think that's really for me. You know, I'm not really a typical personal trainer, I said to her. And she said, well, that's why you should go and, you know, enter it and everything. And I just thought, well, I didn't really think that I would have the, you know, the level of skill that they were looking for. And yeah, from there then, when I spoke to my husband about it, and, you know, he was completely supportive. He just said, you know, do whatever you want to do, I'll support you. So yeah, he always had a bit of a worry because I do tend to take a lot on at once. So yeah, but he was brilliant, and yeah, I just went for it. And James was really, really supportive and said, you know, I'll be a client. And yeah, it was incredible. So I was really lucky to have that support, that network of support around me, you know, especially Keris, James and my husband. And then from there, I just threw myself into it, just trying to learn as much as I could, which that was the most beneficial for me, because I had a competition to, you know, that I was taking part in. I just wanted to learn as much as possible so that I could be the best that I could be in that moment as I was growing as a personal trainer. So yeah, it was really helpful, as I say. And that's when me and Keris started to build a relationship then, because obviously, as I said, I didn't really have her for personal training. So right at the end then, and we just grew this incredible relationship then through, you know, doing the competition and everything like that. And yeah, absolutely fantastic. Thank God I did it. Thank God I said yes. Thank God I didn't say no, because as I say, you know, I don't think I'd be doing half the things I'm doing now. And it really helped me with my confidence. I was so unconfident before. If you'd met me, say March last year, I had no self-belief. Like, and you see me now, like, you know, I'm encouraging others to believe in themselves, because if I can do this, then everyone can do this. Yeah, I definitely come from a background of having no self-belief, no confidence whatsoever, especially with personal training and things like that. I definitely liked the idea of it, but I didn't have that much experience with it. But I've just thrown myself in ever since I started with the competition. And yeah, I've just grown from strength to strength, and I'm still learning, and I always will be learning, because I just think that's how you get better and better and better, and obviously helping my clients as best as I can. that's what I'm here for. That's, you know, just serving, and just serving to the best of my ability, so that others can feel the benefits. You know, it's great to see people so encouraged by what I'm doing. I do get messages every day, and not just for clients, like lots of other personal trainers are following me now and gaining ideas and inspiration, which is really, really great. And I just want to inspire people to be themselves, and not, you know, not necessarily look at somebody on social media and try and do exactly that. Just be themselves, and that's all that's needed, I think. You know, I spent a long time sort of like being quiet and not really showing myself, and now I feel like there's this, I have to go out into the world, and whoever doesn't like me, unfortunately, I'm just not for them. And, you know, you're not going to please everybody, and you know, that's fine, that's absolutely fine. But yeah, hopefully to those that, you know, do resonate with me, can take away something positive, whether that be a client, a friend, or, you know, another personal trainer. So yeah, so the competition has given me absolutely loads. That's what I mean. That gold medal just feels like a small part of it, actually, because I feel like I gained so much from the actual experience itself. And meeting you lovely girls was amazing.
Us as well. You got us as well.
Yeah, exactly. You two have been amazing, so supportive, and yeah, and I, you know, I've been able to reach out to you. You've been so helpful, you know, and yeah, just the support has been amazing from the whole competition. Like, I haven't taken part in many competitions, but this one is just, it's just so amazing for all the support you get. And I've just felt like, you know, if I have a problem, I've got people to turn to. And yeah, it's really, really nice to be around people that support the same values as you. So yeah, thank you guys. It's been amazing.
No, you're very welcome. Thank us at all. It's been a pleasure. So obviously, putting your mindset, obviously, you know, this time last year and for this year's finalists, how do you think they're feeling right now? They've just been told you've done it, you're a finalist. You know, you're you know, put yourself back in that position, and you know, how are you feeling?
On cloud nine, just like, wow, I did it. But to be fair, actually, it's funny you say that, because, you know, like I've been saying, when I got the gold medal, it was just like, oh wow, I've achieved that much. I remember coming out of the live heat just before, you know, being told you're a finalist, and feeling like I did my best, and I come away from it and I felt so calm, and like it went really well. I felt like I did my best. So if they had any, you know, constructive criticism, I welcomed it, because I just wanted to be better, you know, as best as I could. So for me, as I say, I think it depends on what you're in the competition for. I was in the competition for growth and experience, and that's what I got a hell of a lot of growth and experience from it. So yeah, more than I could even imagine. So for me personally, I don't know whether this would resonate with others, but for me personally, I came out of it. I remember the car journey back when Keris took me up there and we came back, and I was just so happy with how I performed and how I dealt with everything. You know, not everything went perfect, but I was okay with that, and that to me felt like massive growth, because I'm one of these perfectionists, and I'll sit there and I'll go, oh, I didn't do this right, oh, I could have done this better, and I didn't focus on that. So for me personally, it was just like, even if I didn't get through to the final, I knew I couldn't have done any better. So even, as I said, even parts where I thought like, oh, that could have been a bit better, it was great, because I knew for next time, and I knew that would just make me a better trainer in the long run. So yeah, for those going through it now, yeah, and my best advice would be just, you know, just do as best you can, and forget the rest. Just learn from any mistakes that you think you might have had. And the judges' feedback afterwards, when they get, I mean, it's different now. I'm not sure how they do how they did the last segment, but the judges' feedback was really, really great. I think the only constructive criticism I had was my plank wasn't brilliant. So yeah, I was happy with that, to have that feedback. And yeah, I think that was a great part of having the competition, and then going back to the the judges and then having them feedback to you. I love that part. When I finished the competition, I was most excited to have the feedback about, you know, how I did, what I could improve on, what was really done well. Because when you're in your own head, you see things very critically. You can, or I do anyway. And so to have somebody else's perspective is amazing, and I love that. And especially because there's not just one judge, there's quite a few, so they'll all have different perspectives. And then you can choose what really resonates with you and go, right, I can see what they're saying, and I can really improve that. So yeah, I would encourage them to enjoy it, and yeah, really set an intention of what they want to get out of the competition. If it's just a gold medal, then I feel like they won't have as great as an experience, especially if they don't get the gold medal. So yeah, and I think they're all winners for getting this far anyway. It's such an incredible time, the first year of, you know, starting your personal training business. Like like enjoy every moment, especially of the competition. I know it's nerve-wracking, definitely is. My best tips for that is just breathe. That got me through every time I felt myself really, you know, because I am a very anxious person. I would just stop and breathe, and that would always send me back to what, you know, what I was wanting to get out of this experience. So yeah.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm sure the finalists watching will be listening on any advice that you could offer them. So thank you, Danielle, for that. So if we look at 2020 as a year, it's a bit of a strange one, isn't it? You know, we've had COVID-19, who would have thought? Lockdown, who would have thought that? And obviously some of the restrictions, especially for the fitness industry, with gyms, you know, temporary closing, then reopening, and that's different from England to Wales to Scotland. So that's had a massive impact. So if anyone's sort of like watching this video and thinking, you know what, I'm maybe not in my best place right now, you know, I don't have any direction, I don't really know, how do I pick myself up and, you know, get some motivation? So, you know, what could you, you know, maybe, you know, give them a bit of advice on, you know, to sort of get started?
Do what you can. I mean, you know, there's always going to be certain limitations no matter what position we're in. Yes, this is, you know, a completely strange and different time that we've ever been in before. But like you know, I remember going through, I think it was the first couple of weeks of lockdown and thinking, oh my God, where do I go from here? What do I do? And I just relaxed for a bit and just took some time out. And then I just, you know, really sat down and thought about what I wanted. And when you get clear on your goals of what you really, really want to do, then you can start to make steps towards those goals. So just little steps. Read a book that, you know, it interests you. Reading is just so, you know, it's not done enough. We need to read books on the things that we want to be doing. Also just like engaging with people who are more positive. I think sometimes, like, I've definitely got lost down the rabbit hole of being really, really scared and fearful, and that just did nothing for my business. So yeah, actually like coming and noticing when you're in that sort of mindset and going, right, what can I do to reframe this and change my mindset? Because mindset is everything. And if you're coming from a mindset of fear, and you know, you're not going to be your best self. So I can't put that into my head. I have to be focused on what I want. So just keep bringing yourself back. What will happen? You will get distracted. I get distracted all the time. But definitely coming back into focus of what you want and getting clear on that, and just taking those little steps. It's not about, you know, going to success overnight. And success isn't like this, you know, it is, you know, really, really wavy. It's not linear. And just really getting clear, really clear on why you want to do something. Like going back to what I said, if you're doing a competition for a gold medal, I feel like you're going to miss out on so much from the competition that it offers you. So yeah, you know, have this clear intention of why you're doing something, get really, really clear on that. I tell all my clients to do that because it's such a big motivation. And also another thing, just if you're really going to be serious about what, you know, where you want to go with your business, write it down on a piece of paper, put it somewhere that you can see every single day to keep your motivation up, whether it's on your fridge, a mirror, by your bedside table, that reminds you on those days that you really, really don't want to do anything and you feel really, you know, unmotivated. Just look at that piece of paper, connect with the feeling you're going to feel when you're you know, when you're there. And that just motivates me. I don't get up every day and think, oh yeah, I really want to go to work all day, because I spend out, you know, I sometimes spend from 6 to 11 p.m. working, you know, and I'm grateful that I get to do this because I love it. I do absolutely love it, and that's another key thing. Find something that you're going to love, because then it doesn't feel like work, and it doesn't feel, you don't necessarily need that motivation anymore because you just love what you do. You know, so yeah, definitely find something that resonates with you. If it doesn't, and if you're not happy doing it, you're not going to be your best self at it, and you're not going to necessarily help others as best as you can. So it's got to be something that you really enjoy and that you really love, and I'm sure it will help people in some way, no matter what you're doing in life.
Yeah, I love that. Great advice.
Really inspirational.
Oh, thank you. Comes from the heart.
You can tell.
Danielle, it always does with you, and that's why you're a treasure.
Oh, so are you too.
It's like a love fest.
It is. Bringing the love.
Bless you.
Have you got any final message for the finalists? Obviously, you've given them advice, but is there like a final message you'd like to give them?
Just be yourself. Don't be afraid to just show up as you are, you know, and if you make mistakes, you make mistakes. I think it's really great. We really, you know, we really get down on ourselves when we make mistakes, and actually it's the only way that we're going to learn. We're never going to be perfect at something that we haven't done for that long. So in this case, you know, with a fitness trainer competition, you know, you're not going to be perfect. Everyone is going to make mistakes, and you all have a unique quality. So the more that you show up as yourself, the more that's going to come through. If you're just trying to be like maybe somebody else, then it's not really going to come through. So don't be afraid to be yourself, and enjoy every moment. And I mean, I know it's going to be stressful, and I know you're going to have your head in the game, but you know, those little moments that come through in between, the pauses, those are the moments when you can take some time, just like, oh, you know, and really reward yourself for how far you've come. Like, you know, you're in the finals, you know, yeah, just celebrate that and just hold space for that. And yeah, just enjoy it. Like, there's really not some massive advice, just to be yourself. And that's what I did. And I know that's what worked for me. So yeah.
I think that's fantastic advice. I know, like, when you're doing like a weight loss journey or anything like that, you kind of see the end goal, but if you take a stop and see how far you've already come, it, you know, that's where you kind of really treasure the moment. And you know, absolutely.
And we need, the thing is, I think when we're on a growth journey, which everyone is on this competition, I think that you're always on to the next thing. Yeah. And, you know, just taking that stop, just taking that pause and just breathing and just feeling like, oh, you know, I really did well there. You know, and not focusing on that negative aspect of what you didn't do well, because we all go to that. Our brain is literally wired to go to all the things that we didn't do right. Yeah. And we just completely ignore all the things that we did so well. And if we began to, you know, really put our attention on the things we did so well, we could probably do them even better. And it wouldn't matter so much if you made mistakes. You know, everyone makes mistakes. And I think that's what's endearing. You know, I'm not always perfect, and I try and show the world that as well. You know, because I think on social media now, I'm really using social media to sort of spread my message. And sometimes I can get caught up with, oh, you know, that's not perfect. But I think, great, as soon as I have that thought, I'm like, share it. You know, because I just think there's just so much, you know, perfectionism out there. And I am definitely a perfectionist. But I do try and show my mistakes and not be so hung up on them, because I want to normalize mistakes so that people aren't so scared of making mistakes that it stops them doing from what they love. Because imagine a world where everyone was doing what they absolutely loved. Like, can you imagine how much better the world would be? It would be incredible. And I just think that we need to focus as a society on those things and really boost people up who are just trying, you know. Yeah. And not perfect.
No, I love that. You know, we can all strive for perfection. I can't even say the word now.
Point proven.
There we go.
We can all strive for perfection, but you know, like you said, you know, you don't have to be perfect. It's about doing your best, isn't it? Giving your best.
Absolutely. And people out there need you, you know. I just feel like I was quiet for so long. I did a lot of research for years and years and years on health. You know my health story of being very, very ill and just getting better and better. And I felt like it was, you know, I was going to, you know, be a bit controversial with it all, and I'd experienced some backlash, but now, like, I've gotten past that and feel like it's so important that it gets out there, this message, and you know, about health and fitness. Like, it's such a positive thing that if I was worried so much about, you know, my mistakes and things like that, then I just wouldn't be out there. And yes, you will get people not loving you, not liking you, and that's okay. We've got to give them permission to do that, but don't let it affect you and from you doing your thing. You know, if you're inspiring others, and if you're you know, you feel like you're growing as a person, stay on it. Don't let anyone tell you can't do something, because you absolutely can.
Best advice ever. You heard it here first. So what's next for you? So you know, I mean, you've came so far in this 1 year, which is wow. You know, like where the 12 months gone. But what's next for you? What's next for your business? You know, what are your plans?
So I'm really, really content at the moment. I'm never standing still. I'm always thinking about the future. But for right now, I'm concentrating on perfecting what I'm doing, as in. So I've just recently started Transform, which is absolutely amazing. I'm learning every day with that, because from month to month I have new clients with that. And yeah, it's about perfecting that and sort of trying to make that as best as possible, because I'm still learning myself with all of that. Keeping up my yoga practices, they definitely went down for me. So as a yoga teacher, I feel like your yoga practice is so important. And whilst I was so busy working so hard, my yoga practice just went down, and it really affected me mentally and emotionally. So keeping up those, I've just recently got back into daily practices, and you know, just doing it for myself rather than just teaching. I was relying on my teaching of my yoga practice to be my practice, which isn't the same at all. So definitely getting back into that, and spending time on myself and my self-care, because that just it makes me so much better as a coach. When I'm just working and frazzling myself, it doesn't really translate when I'm coaching. So yeah, definitely working on that, and making time for myself and self-care, but also just really knuckling in on what I want to do with Transform, and just keeping up my yoga at the moment. So no big plans, just like keeping what I'm doing. I've had big plans so far. I've just brought out a meal plan as well. So there's lots of things happening, and I'm sure there's going to be lots more in the future. Who knows where it's going to go. I just love the fact that I'm able to reach so many people online. So yeah, I'm sure it will grow in many ways.
Yeah, and obviously just talking online. So again, I guess 2020 had a massive impact on online and going digital. Yeah. Of course, for one, the competition's obviously all digital now, because unfortunately, you know, it can't happen at the NEC, which obviously is a shame. But yeah, how do you feel about the competition, like being online now, and obviously and you being able to still teach people online and offer them amazing services that you do, literally worldwide?
Exactly, yeah. So there's pros and cons. I mean, yes, they're not going to have the same experience, and it is a fantastic experience at the NEC. However, with the way the world is going with online, I think this is a really good thing, a really positive thing, because, you know, that's the way things are going, and it's going to help them adapt. It's going to, you know, really give them insight into the online world, which, you know, I never had. So when I was going through WorldSkills and my personal training qualification, there was nothing about online, absolutely nothing. So I've just been thrown in at the deep end, like everyone else, with everything with the pandemic and, you know, going online. So yeah, being thrown in at the deep end is great, but with WorldSkills, AOC Sport now is taking it over. It's going to be, I think it's going to be a great thing. And from this day forward, I just feel like there's going to be so much more about online in personal training. However, I do think they're sort of two separate things. So being an online trainer is so much different from personal training because you're not obviously with the person. So there's a lot to learn that way. And I feel like I've learned it from being thrown in at the deep end and just learning what I can. But for me, I think the style is very, very different. If you love personal training, then you might not necessarily love online training. And same with online training. If you love online training, you might not personally love personal training. People are different. So it's just finding out what works for you and how you feel best and how you serve best. Yeah, it's great that I can reach so many people worldwide, and I love that personally. But also I know there's people that really love that one-on-one, you know, and you get a connection with that as well that's different that you would get online. So yeah, so, you know, try everything out. And as I say, this competition is going to give you that that experience to try it out firsthand and see what you like. And yeah, I think it's great because obviously with also, you know, social media is the way to go with advertising your business and things if you're not in a gym currently as well, and you're not personal training. So yes, definitely think it's a great thing. I think the only downside really is the fact that you don't get the, you know, the experience of the NEC and everything like that. But going forward for business purposes, I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, no, awesome. So I think it's only fair to ask you one final question. So of course we know Coleg Gwent, obviously, you know, where, you know, really helped your journey to become a finalist and of course champion 2019. You know, you'll always be a champion, obviously, to us and everyone out there. You know, no one can take that gold medal and that trophy away from you. So there's 4 finalists from Coleg Gwent this year. So I mean, how are you feeling about Coleg Gwent? I mean, that's pretty amazing, isn't it?
It's incredible. I'm so proud of them. I'm so happy to be a support for them. So yeah, I feel like they absolutely deserve it. They've worked really, really hard. You know, they've seen what I've gone through and they've all applied themselves and learned from that. And, you know, they bring in their own uniqueness to it. They all offer different things. They're also unique, also different. And that's what I love about them. And I've really tried to help encourage them focus on what they bring, because there was at the beginning, I know there was some, and I think all of us get this as well. There was some comparison, you know, oh, we all feel like it from time to time, you know, but I'm not like that. When I went into the competition myself, I was saying, but I'm not a normal personal trainer. I'm not going to, you know, and Kerry's like, that's brilliant, you know. So again, going back to that, know your unique quality about yourself and don't be afraid to share that, because that's what the world needs. That's why you have that unique quality, and bringing that to the competition and not being afraid to show your authentic self, you know. We can all copy and be carbon copies of other people, but to bring that, I think, will make you really shine, but also will make you feel more confident in being who you are, not just in you know, fitness, but in your everyday life. So yeah, I really encouraged you know, the finalists to just be themselves and just bring that into the competition. Try not to look at what other people are bringing, because it definitely does come in. You know, it's human nature to look at and go, oh, well, I'm not doing that. But that's why you're probably great, because that's what they're bringing to it, and you can bring something different and unique. And I think that comes with believing in yourself as well. So just believing in themselves to just be themselves, really. So it's so simple. I'm sorry I haven't got like this. It's just like, yeah, I just feel like that's going to be like their everything, because it's so easy to just get caught up with what others are doing, but just focus on you and how you want to show up.
Yeah. So James did a prediction the other day of Coleg Gwent taking gold, silver, bronze, and highly commended. Are you going for the same?
Absolutely. I think I'd be surprised if they didn't. No. So confident. Absolutely. I mean, I'm sure the finalists are amazing, all the finalists. However, obviously I am a bit biased, but also I know how much they've grown, and I've been with them, you know, through this journey. And I can see their growth, and I can see, you know, how far they've come. One of them is a client of mine. And I've just seen how much they can grow. So I just think that, yeah, like if they don't, you know, it's not the end of the world, but just to get this far and where they thought, you know, I think a few of them thought that they could never do this. So yeah, it's great to watch, it's great to see, and yeah, I just think they're going to go from strength to strength. So yeah, definitely, hell yeah, they can bring all the medals back. Imagine that.
Well, it's probably a good job they're not at the NEC, because I need a massive truck if that was the case. Back. And the medals. Take everything.
Definitely.
Danielle, it's been an absolute amazing experience to talk to you again. We have missed you lots. It's been you've given us plenty of advice for the finalists. It's been amazing, and I think it's fair to say we can't leave it there, can we, Anna? I don't think. I'm sure, Danielle, you're going to be watching the competition intensely, closely. We're obviously doing interviews with all the finalists, but I think we'd love to have you back in the final week, obviously, to get the champs final thoughts and feelings on everything. So how do you feel about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Anything for you guys, definitely. I'd love it.
Fantastic. So it's definitely not the last we'll see of you. So we'll see you hopefully in the final week, and lovely to see you again. Lots of love, obviously, to all your family, and obviously down to you in Wales. So thank you so much, and we'll speak to you soon.
Thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure to both of you. Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.